Phoenix. Greetings, everyone. Welcome to 2K Sports and another exciting edition of NBA basketball. This is Kevin Harlan along with Greg Anthony and Brent Berry. David Aldridge will be reporting from the sidelines. Let's see the stat sheet here for Derrick Rose.
And guys, for a measure of how he's performing offensively, look no further than the true shooting percentage. There's been a steady drop in his last 5 games, and he's got to be scrambling now to get that feel back.
And as things get ready to roll, let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's on the sideline. David?
Hey, Kevin, thank you very much. What a great comeback story for Derrick Rose. His resilience over the years of injuries has been rewarded. He says everybody struggles. People pretend like they don't. My down days were on TV, so I couldn't hide. The whirlwind I was in, I always stayed calm. I think that's just part of who I am. It's my character. Kevin?
Good insight there, Dave. Thank you. Greg, we've got 2 terrific highlight-making teams, both athletic in so many ways.
You know, it makes me hearken all the way back to college, and one of my teammates, Stacey Ogden, one of the greatest athletes I ever played alongside. But we're going to see a lot of his impact in tonight's game.
So a look at our starters for the Knicks. It's Randall and Robinson at the 4 and the 5.
Here we go.
Ntilikina out there with Elfrid Payton, and it's Toppin in at the small forward. And for Phoenix, Saric and Ayton at the 4 and the 5. Booker and Bridges are the wings. And it's Paul in at the 1. Now here's Booker. Pass to Ayton. From outside the arc. No good from Booker. So for Phoenix, their last game a loss to Los Angeles. It's 3-on-3 on the fast break. Oh, and he plucks it off the glass. Wow. Toppin kicks to Ntilikina. Too long in the paint, and he's hit with a 3-second violation. Let's take another look at the staunch defense during that mobile 1 block.
And early in the game, a defensive play like that goes a long way, establishing the attitude you want.
New York shooting their first free throw of the evening. And the technical free throw is good.
And Bones, he's got a 7-foot wingspan. Certainly the defensive potential is there for Frank Ntilikina.
Well, the questions have always been about the other end and whether or not Frank can find a way to score more efficiently on a nightly basis. Still young and still some room to grow.
Here's Toppin. That 3 off the mark. And it's Phoenix's ball. They couldn't put the pieces together, losing the last matchup with the Lakers.
Yeah, what we saw in that game and what you see around the league is a questionable dependency on the triple.
Well, you have to be able to use the 3-point line in some way. It's just such a weapon. And in that game, it was just not there for him.
Randall no good.
We'll have a hard time shaking that one off. Perfect position, plenty of space. Just clanked it.
Here's Bridges. Toppin pulls it in. Here's Randall. No good on the shot. And Phoenix the other way now. 3-on-3. Here's Booker. It's a hand on it. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
Bridges on the inside just hitting the offensive glass. That's great hustle.
Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
Here's Toppin. Phoenix grabs the miss. First chance of the season for them to go up against this Knicks team.
And guys, these teams don't see each other too often, but last year they would have liked to see a little bit more of them, the way they were able to take care of their business.
Paul with the bucket.
And Paul takes pride in scoring past the defense. He's used to getting roughed up a little bit. Sometimes he causes most of that, though. True grit from the little man.
The Knicks have gone 0 of 4, missing their first 4 field goals here. Ball against Payton. Here's Ntilikina. Ball's knocked loose. And the Suns another fast break chance here. Ball against Payton. Oh, Ayton in position. Hammers the alley-oop through.
As long as passes are in that area, Ayton's going to get up and go down.
And so New York calls timeout. They're first.
And they just can't seem to get going offensively.
Yeah, they're like a 4-day-old soda right now, just flat. They're missing shots left and right and just not playing their best.
With the All-Star game almost here, let's see how the West is shaping up. Look at the Suns. They're down in the bottom of the conference. Their fans hope they can turn it around and show some improvement.
And seeing where the Suns are, they haven't gotten anywhere near where they wanted to be this season. Pretty clear there's a big talent gap between them and the true contenders.
Well, you hope that they realize that and they have some self-awareness, but can they win some games, carry some positive energy, maybe some momentum into the offseason with which to build on?
And here in the first, approaching 3 minutes played. Passes it to Randall. Here's Ntilikina. Outside Robinson. And again, unable to change momentum here.
Yeah, trying to get going here, but that's an offer for the first 5 here to start the game.
I like the effort there from Šarić on the jumper. Sees the defender, but still sticks with it.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
Shooting 2.
And that one falls from Šarić. Greg, if your system overall for these teams, if the schemes don't seem to be working, how much can you really change before you get to the offseason, or in particular, before you get to the playoffs?
It's never easy. A system change would come typically with a coaching change, and the reality is you also have to evaluate the roster, and you can't fit that square peg into a round hole. Whatever your system is, it's got to be catered to the personnel you have. You can't go the other way around, and I think that's what separates oftentimes the good coaches from the great ones.
Here's Ntilikina coming off a solid outing against Portland. Clock is at 3. New York needs to get off a shot. Elbow shot is on the way. Randall no good.
Oh, can't punish the defense for leaving him open that time. That's a frustrating miss for a really steady jump shooter.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
First quarter of play and just over 3.5 minutes in. Lobbed up there for Robinson.
Ntilikina sensing when one of his guys was not covered, and then he found him.
Here's Booker. Last game, 26 points. And there's the pass to Bridges. Šarić in the corner. No good with the triple. And so Payton will bring it up for the Knicks. Trailing by 10. Fresh from a win against Portland.
Well, in that one, they just had everything working offensively. It's a lot of fun when you get into that kind of a groove.
Yeah, I love watching that game, and in particular, their demeanor in their destruction in that game.
Some nice ball movement here by the Suns. Second chance shot. Ayton kicks to Bridges. Ayton inside. He's defended by Randall. And there's Ayton, and that's good on the assist by Bridges.
Ayton's so big inside, he turns a miss into an opportunity.
Knicks trail by 12. Payton outside. to Randall. And he gets the basket. Officials blowing the whistle, so a chance at the line for one more.
Really, the defense is helpless to stop a layup right there. Just too much of an advantage in terms of the mismatch.
And a physical presence is former Kentucky Wildcat Julius Randle. But he's got some mobility to go along with it, able to move and attack in transition.
That free throw good from Randall. You know, people have talked about Julius Randle's game. He's a power driver, isn't he, Greg? I mean, the guy just bulldozes all the way in.
I like that phrase, Kev. You know, very fluid for his size. A pretty good ball handler and passer. I think his shooting is where he's still filling in the gaps.
Just doing the job on the backboard.
Payton with the ball. He had a big outing in that Trailblazers game as well. Robinson down low. Charge is there. No good from Payton.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
The offensive rebound. Knicks trail by 9. Ntilikina looking it over. Here's the Suns with the ball. They're on a 15-5 run. Saric, and a great assist by Paul as that one goes in.
Displaying intensity right off the opening tip, especially on the offensive end.
Yeah, if you walked in at any point during this game to watch 5 minutes of play, one team played harder. We know who that was.
Here's Payton after the basket by Dario Saric. Ntilikina passes to Toppin. Knocks it loose. Randall with the bucket. Randall's got his second basket of the night.
The strength and the quickness and now the confidence coming along as Randall's able to score.
Now here's Booker. Well, you know that he's going to find a way to get the ball in the basket no matter what D he's faced with. He averages about 31.5 points a game.
Time for some consideration in the passing category maybe, Kevin. The shot is just not on. Get somebody else going.
Out of bounds. Phoenix will take possession. Well, we've got a moment here. Let's now see who the league's top scorers are. Fifth on the list, Devin Booker.
And his contribution to his team offensively cannot be understated. He is always leading the way for them with his ability to put up points.
And first time out of the game called for Phoenix. Looking at current NBA players, Greg, leaving aside the real star players, who would you love to have played with from this era?
Man, there's so many guys that, you know, and I hate to call them role players because they bring so much more to the table, but in reality they got to fill some roles, right? And you know, John Collins is a guy who's got great potential, a tremendous finisher around the rim. How about Robert Covington, a smooth shooter who defends his tail off? Davis Bertans, a deadly floor spacer who can put the ball down and create and make plays. So there's so many guys like that in the league that make a difference in determining whether your team can win or lose.
Boy, those are three names I don't know that I would have mentioned, so I'm glad you did. Knicks trail by 11. And here's Rose. A 26-point game for him in the win against Portland.
Yeah, but all around offensively, the performance was great. He knew when he had it going, but he also knew he could get other guys going. So his passing right up there on the level with his scoring in that one.
Phoenix is gone, just 1 of 4 from three-point range here in the first. Outside Crowder. Shamet on the wing. Garrett covering.
And a moment here to see the numbers for Jay Crowder.
He's averaging 10 points a game, 6 rebounds, and 2 assists. And he's done his share of the work for the team, definitely making an impact.
Well, the numbers, if you look at them, impressive all the way around, and he's not letting the team down.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
That free throw good from Shamet.
Landry Shamet, one of those guys continuing to hone his skills, trying to become more of an impactful player in the two-way format, both on defense and with that shooting ability.
And good on the second, so he makes them both.
Now you can tell he's feeling confident right now at the line, and when he's on, he can be lights out.
Rose dishes to Burks. Barrett for three. That one's not going to go. And Phoenix will come the other way. Crowder, the pass to Shamet. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
Really seizing the momentum of this game, but doing it with a methodical approach.
Well, how good have they been on the inside tonight, just getting down into the painted area and just dominating, controlling that spot.
So here's Burks. The Suns getting the bucket. And now here's Johnson, the fast break chance, and the rejection by Noel.
Noel in there to intimidate, and does so there.
Now Barrett. He picked up 12 points in their last one against Portland. Johnson surveying the floor. Pass to Shamet. Now here's Payne. Johnson with it. 6 to shoot. Shamet, the pass to Payne. Over Gibson. Payne can't hit. And so it's Rose bringing it up for New York. It's a 13-point game. Here's Rose. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. Count it.
And when Rose goes on the attack, he stays on the attack, fights his way through the contact.
Now here's Payne. He's covered by Rose. Payne kicks to Johnson. No good on the triple.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Burks' shot is good. Burks has got it back down to a single-digit deficit for New York.
Well, he's too good a finisher to blow that kind of chance, but that's going to be a wake-up call to the defense.
Passes it to Johnson. Back to Payne. Shot clock at 5. Some nice ball movement here by the Suns. And there's the whistle. That goes on Frank Kaminsky. That's his first foul. Knicks trail by 9. Knocked loose and stolen by Payne. There's the feed to Crowder. And the rejection by Noel. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Noel. Shamet kicks to Payne. There's the pass to Crowder. Poked loose. Gibson with the steal. Crowder with the steal. Kaminsky misses that one. He's 0 for 1 from the floor. New York's gone 0 4 from three-point land to start out. Looking cold from outside. Burks can't get it to go. Suns leading by 9. There's 1:26 left to play in the first quarter. Bounce pass from Shamet. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. That one on Rose. What you love about Crowder, he gives you a little bit of everything at both ends.
I mean, defensively, he'll take on anybody. He's smart, draws a lot of charges. Offensively, he can stretch the floor, and he'll make the extra pass. He's also an opportunistic rebounder.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
Free throw good, Crowder. And both free throws good from Crowder.
Yeah, and early on doing a really nice job at the free throw line.
Knicks trail by 11. Outside Gibson. Pass to Noel. He kicks it to Burks. But they recover it. Noel with it. Kaminsky's there. A second chance effort. Offensive rebound. Here's Gibson, and again, New York turns it over. .51 seconds left in the first quarter. Suns leading by 11. Payne with it. Kicks it to Crowder. And Gibson sends it back.
Taj Gibson doing a good job of just getting the hands up, and then the instincts come into play with the block.
And stolen by Noel. And there's the whistle. That goes on Frank Kaminsky. That's foul number 2 for him. Knicks trail by 11. Guys, they're looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively for sure.
Shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds. Pass to Gibson. Back to Burks. Fires the 3. The putback. The rebound by Johnson. The kick out to Rose. That 3 off the mark. From deep three-point range to beat the clock. Count it! He caught it!
That's how you do it. Stay patient, wait for the opportunity, and boom.
That's exactly how you want to close out the quarter, too, with some confidence.
And so it's the Phoenix Suns with a 14-point lead as we bring the quarter to a close. They've been putting on a clinic in the paint. Shots are falling with regularity, and they are pounding it down low. And we'll be right back after this. Well, recently, Chris Paul talked about adding some levity to the game.
It sounds so generic to say we have fun, but, like, we may lose a game here or there, but, you know, everybody's still, you know, happy for each other. You know, we're just trying to build.
Yeah, from what we've seen, Greg, these guys naturally get along.
And you add in the guiding hand of Chris Paul. This team can beat anyone on any night because they're so connected.
And glad to have you with us, folks. Second quarter of basketball. This game has not exactly been neck and neck, but plenty of time left in this one. And guys, the Suns pretty much in control here.
Well, their effort on the defensive end has set the tone for this game.
That defense has been infectious here as everybody stepping up aggressively on that end.
Jay Crowder out there with Kaminsky. Then it's Payne. Then there's Landry Shamet. And it's Johnson in at the 3. That's who's out there for Phoenix. DeAndre Ayton's checked in for the Suns. Devin Booker comes in for Landry Shamet. Now here's Rose. Good on the shot, and that shaves the lead to single digits. Rose has got his second bucket of the night.
Yeah, that's exactly how you want to utilize Rose at the point guard position. Run him off screens all night long.
Second quarter of basketball, about 1 minute played so far. Payne passes to Crowder. He's just scored his first basket with that shot, making him 1 for 4.
And they've repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off.
And here's Barrett. Passes it to Noel. Right side Gibson. Back to Noel. And slam dunk by Noel.
And no doubt they'd love to see him get a lot more of those opportunities.
And that deficit will go away quickly if he does, Greg. Now here's Payne. And the pass to Johnson. And it's good, 2 points. And the Suns lead by 11.
And Matador defense, that's one of the easiest shots he is ever going to see.
Yeah, feels like Christmas right now, just gift wrapping points.
And so it's Rose who brings the ball up for the New York Knicks. They're off to battle the Clippers after this game as they'll be playing at the Staples Center. And that'll be game 2 of 4 straight on the road. New York calls timeout. Flattening the lottery odds, Greg. Do you think that's worked out as intended?
You don't hear as many predictions about who's going to get the 1 pick or the 2nd pick. I think that's good for the players and the fans. You don't want anyone rooting for you to lose.
No, absolutely not. Phoenix making some changes. Saric has checked in for Jay Crowder. Bridges comes in for Johnson. And Paul subbed in for Cameron Payne. Toppin kicks to Payton. 2 minutes now played in the second quarter. Pass to Ntilikina. 5 on the clock. Shoots over Bridges. Saric grabs the board.
Not a bad shot from the mid-range. The D's giving it to him, and he's usually got an eye in that kind of range.
And Ayton throws it down.
This is why you love Chris Paul running your offense. Just move without the ball, find some space, and the ball will find you.
Here's Ntilikina. He averages a bit over 6 points a game. Here's Randall. His shot is good. Scores his 3rd basket in 6 tries. Shooting 50%.
Now, what a great option he gives them on every possession.
Saric finds Booker. In the corner, it's Bridges. And it's out of bounds. The Knicks will take it the other way. And a look now at some of the players we can expect to see in this year's dunk contest. Always one of the great events of All-Star Weekend.
It is, Kevin. You just can't take your eyes off it. The ideas those guys come up with, and then the guts it takes to pull them off, always blows me away.
You take a look at Toppin, and I know he'd like to make a move up in the consideration. He's got all the athleticism you hope for from a dunk contest participant.
He sure does. Lots of competition, though, in the running this year to get that big invite.
And so that's the breakdown as it currently stands. We'll be keeping you all updated with the latest info and, of course, our final list of contestants as we get closer.
Yeah, and if they don't invite me to be a judge, I'm still going.
Now, here's Bridges. Following the miss by Julius Randle.
Devin Booker will score by any means necessary, and that time over decent defense, getting the contact.
Knicks trail by 13. Closing in on 4 minutes played here in the second quarter. Down low. And Randle throws it down.
And cutting into the lead with the big one-hand throwdown.
That's how you get your team back into it.
Hey, yo, right here.
Paul outside. Booker outside. Kicks it out to Paul. Puts up a 3. It's rebounded by New York. Robinson's got 4 rebounds in this game. Here's Ntilikina. No good there, and that would have cut it to single digits. Phoenix leading by 11. Shoots, and he sinks that one, hitting the back of the rim on the way in. Booker's got 4 points in the quarter. The Knicks have gone 5 of 8 from the floor here in the second quarter, over 60% shooting. Here's Payton. The shot, no good. Some solid defense from Saric. Phoenix has gone 0 of 2 from deep here in the second. Booker with no one around. Good, and Paul gets the assist. Paul's got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight. Now Payton. He's still scoreless so far in this one. Pass to Ntilikina. It's stolen by Saric. Fast break, here they come. Out to the wing. For three, Bridges. Another three for Phoenix.
Bridges finding his spot, and his team finds him with the ball. Good mechanics there, too.
Knicks trail by 19. Payton outside. Outside Robinson. They need this. Booker pulls it in. Phoenix has gone 2 of 4 from three-point range so far in the second quarter.
And Bones, Devin Booker capable of big nights. One of just a few players with multiple games of at least 59 points.
Well, he's always looking to put pressure on the defense, and he's got such a wide array of skills. Not only shooting the basketball, but has shown off more of his patience and playmaking ability as he moves through his career.
Time call here. The Knicks decide to talk it over. Boy, that was a momentum killer to start last season, wasn't it, Greg? 25-game suspension for DeAndre Ayton.
And he sprained his ankle in his return game. The Suns at full strength, able to win some games. He's obviously a huge part of their future.
And taking a broader look here at the year-over-year scoring trend for Julius Randle.
And maybe it's shocking, maybe not too shocking, but the scoring trend over the last few years has been going down a bit. I'm sure it's something he's well aware of, and we'll see if that continues to be the case. All the energy is on the other side right now, and every miss just makes it worse.
Well, the other team is scorching hot, and they come down on this end and can't find a way to get the embers going.
That's good. He's 5 for 9.
Just a positive force right now for these guys, and though his team has fallen a bit short, it's not because of him.
Now here's Booker. 10 points for him. Passes to Paul. To the middle. And it's Sharch that time on the assist by Paul. Paul's got 5 assists tonight. And here's Payton. He'll bring it up for the Knicks. They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
You know, altered shots don't show up on the official stat sheet, but as we saw there, he does a great job of doing that as well as collecting the rebound.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
Here's Ntilikina, defended by Booker. Now the pass to Toppin. Payton kicks to Randle. Shot clock at 6. Randle can't get that one to fall. Suns leading by 23. Booker the pass to Ayton. And Ayton throws it down.
Well, this is why the teammates for Booker are loving him. He keeps working on his ability to find the open teammate.
New York's gone 1 of 4 from three-point range in the second. Not a whole lot dropping out there for them. Payton looking around. Pass to Toppin. Lets the 3 fly. Rebounded by DeAndre Ayton. Ayton's got rebound number 9 now. What an effort here tonight. A nice shot by Booker.
Offensively, defensively, they are in total control.
Yeah, the other team a bit concerned here. They're trailing, and the lead seems to be growing.
They've been looking out of sorts in the last few possessions.
And this is when you need to be patient. Find a high percentage shot and have some floor balance.
Now here is Robinson. 9 points last game out. And stolen by Ayton. To the inside. And Ayton throws it down.
It's one thing to get to your spots. It's another thing to shoot with that kind of rhythm. DeAndre Ayton in one right now.
The Knicks shooting 32% overall right now. Not one of their better showings. Pass to Robinson. The 3. And it's Phoenix with the rebound. Bridges has got 4 rebounds now tonight. Out of bounds. Suns ball as Phoenix keeps possession. And this is what the schedule looks like coming up for Phoenix. On Thursday, they'll be matching up against Eric Bledsoe and the Memphis Grizzlies. Then on Saturday, they'll be facing Hassan Whiteside and the Sacramento Kings.
And you know, for that matchup with Charlotte,
That's a contest that could easily go either way. Small mistakes could be the difference, and both teams will need to be at their best.
And the Suns call time here.
Whether things are good, bad, or indifferent, coaches will have adjustments to make throughout the course of the game.
Yeah, not just there to pump up or to discipline players. You got to make sure that the coach makes the proper adjustments and has his team in the right mindset to carry it out.
So for the Suns, Frank Kaminsky, he's checked in for Saric. Jay Crowder comes in for Bridges. And Landry Shamet subbed in for Paul. They grab their own miss. And Noel throws it down.
That's what he gives you, a big-time presence on the glass.
And you know what, Greg? Once he gets his hands on it, he's not even thinking about kicking it out.
Oh, his competitiveness right now is why the teammates love him.
And Phoenix has possession following the score by New York. In the corner, Shamet with it. Shot clock at 3. Kaminsky, great positioning on the putback.
That's the 10th straight point they've given up in the paint.
New York's gone 1 of 6 from three-point land in the second quarter, less than 20%, but they've continued to let them fly. Rose up again, controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
Yeah, this story in the second quarter much different than the one in the first. We're finally seeing some aggression.
Shamet with it. 7 points in the game. Down low. Here's Booker to the left wing. Nice ball movement by Phoenix. Shamet kicks to Booker. Floats one up. Kept alive. Second shot opportunity. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
Good idea to make Ayton earn it at the line because he's a menace in the paint. Don't let him get that shot off. Well, DeAndre Ayton is a walking double-double. This guy has a huge physical advantage on the nights that he's playing other bigs, whether that's by his size or his ability to run the floor. And if he comes out with an aggressive mentality, he could really punish some teams throughout the course of a regular season.
And the first one at the line is good. And some think that Ayton has a chance to be in a class with some of the great big men we've seen, be it Ewing or Robinson, Hakeem. I mean, those are very lofty standards. Brent, how does he get there, though?
It's a great question. I think when you talk about it, Kevin, you got to look at the defensive end. And those names that you just mentioned on a nightly basis were a force behind anybody on the perimeter. When they came into that house, it was defended. If Ayton gets there, he's got a big opportunity.
Greg, how special was it for you that you had your number 50 retired at UNLV?
You know, that's something I can honestly say. As a kid, you dream about a lot of things, winning, you know, playing at the highest levels. That's something I never really fathomed, is to have your jersey hanging up in an arena. That was a surreal moment, a really cool moment, and it was awesome to be able to share it with my family and friends.
And people probably don't know that you grew up in Las Vegas, so it was probably doubly special, wasn't it?
Exactly. Born and raised.
And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. And now let's take a look at the number of second chance points these teams have had over the last month. These guys never give up on a possession. The Suns third.
They have been aggressive underneath. I mean, they're playing with a physicality that you don't often see, and it's led to a lot of second chance points.
That free throw, no good. And he's good on the second. The Knicks shooting just 39% in the second quarter. Rose up on top. He's covered by Shamet. Here's Noel.
Oh,
Too much at that. Oh, he is a highlight reel unto himself, guys.
That could be a contender for the dunk of the year, I think. Now, here's Shamet. 7 points in the game. 46 seconds left in the first half of the game. And that one's good, Ayton.
It really turned it around here in the second quarter after shooting less than 40% from the field in the first.
The Knicks shooting about 35% from the floor. Not much falling for them. Rose passes to Gibson. And there's Derrick Rose on the assist from Gibson. 6 points for Rose.
And Derrick Rose certainly equipped athletically to punish teams in the paint.
23 seconds left to play here in the second quarter. Booker the pass to Kaminsky. Clock at 6. The Suns need to get a shot off. But they get it back. Here's Ayton. And good that time. Ayton's got 18 points in the game.
Well, again, with that kind of size, DeAndre Ayton is going to draw some fouls and does not shy away from contact.
DeAndre Ayton, he has been the guy making things happen for Phoenix. He made his mark in a big way on the boards in that quarter. And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Kevin, thanks. New Orleans, you guys had a tough time stopping their offense in the first half. What do you have to do differently?
You know, we got to protect the paint. They getting way too many easy baskets. You know, that's us communication on front and the post, and, you know, just communicating a lot more.
We'll see if those changes stick. Thanks for your time. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David, and we'll be right back after halftime to start the third quarter. See you in just a bit.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Boy, a lot of energy in this arena tonight. The hometown fans getting after it. I'm Ernie Johnson. Shaquille O'Neal's here. So is Kenny the Jet Smith. DeAndre Ayton was on fire in the first half. He had 18 points, 12 rebounds, and 1 steal.
Hey, fellas, you talk about the best young shooting guards on the planet. Look no further than Devin Booker. Shaq, what stands out?
Well, his continuing improvement year after year after year after year after year after year.
Well, he hasn't been around that many years.
Passing, shooting percentages, all of it, Ernie. I love this kid.
Yeah, he's putting the Suns on his back on the offensive end. He does everything you ask for him. They just got to get 1 or 2 more pieces to make that next jump.
And that's going to do it for our halftime show, sadly. Third quarter about to start. See you again after the final.
Horn. Oh, buzzer.
And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. DeAndre Ayton has been sensational.
Well, it didn't take him long to get that double-double. Already has it halfway through the game.
Yeah, guys like him love to stuff the stat sheet. He's doing it here.
Well, we've got a second half of basketball for you. We think it's going to be pretty good. A big comeback, though, is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for the second half of basketball. On the court for the Knicks, it's Randall and Robinson at the 4 and the 5. Payton is out there with Ntilikina, and it's Toppin in at the 3 slot. How about that strong defensive performance for this half's Mobile One block?
And those are plays that get you in front and keep you in front.
Clock at 4. Randall kicks to Payton. Rebounded by DeAndre Ayton.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in crafting this huge lead.
Free throw line jump shot. That shot no good. So New York will take it the other way. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. Chris Paul picks up that one.
That's pretty impressive athleticism from Ntilikina, who takes the initiative on that play.
He's gone 1 of 1 in the game so far from the line.
And you know, something I remember from their last game was how good he was at the line.
2 shots.
The first one falls.
All the talk about Ntilikina coming into the league is that he was an unpolished offensive player, but defensively could get after it and guard the 1, 2, and possibly 3 position. But now it's about him stepping up offensive production.
Good on both. And so it's Paul bringing it up for the Suns. Pass to Booker. And oh, he blocked it and deflects off the backboard. Here's Ntilikina. Kept alive by New York. Robinson. Whistle blows. Bucket is good, and he'll have a chance at the line to make it a 3-point play.
Yes, finally one drops after the 0 of 3 start. The Knicks fans looking for any ray of hope, and it doesn't have to come at the hands of high-level draft choices. Mitchell Robinson is one of those young players right now for them who's showing a ton of promise.
One shot.
And Robinson, a second-round pick for the Knicks. Brent, he has been a steal.
I agree with you. He started playing basketball in 8th grade, so you wonder how much more unlimited and untapped potential does Mitchell Robinson have at this position.
Now here's Booker. He's got 12. Paul with the ball. Robinson picks him up from 13. Robinson pulls it in.
You talk about things at halftime, and then you come out and you go 0 for 3. I'm sure that wasn't up on the board.
And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
If you get aggressive like that, the defense has to react, and Ntilikina, the beneficiary of it.
3 trips to the line so far for him in this one.
Shooting 2.
And that one falls for Ntilikina. And so he hits both. Phoenix leading by 21. Now here's Paul. Here's Booker. And a great assist by Paul as that one goes in. Paul's got his 7th assist here tonight. And now around 2 minutes gone by in this half. The pass to Ntilikina. Now Toppin. New York, no good that time either.
Yeah, the offense scuffling a bit to start this second half. Only 1 for the first 5.
And Šarić, just one of those European players that comes over with the fundamentals. Beautiful play there.
And here is Payton. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. At the elbow, Randall. And the shot goes down. And that's 13 points for Julius Randle.
And he decides to go old school with the finger roll.
Right wing. Here's Paul. Sweet little floater.
Love the deft touch from Chris Paul on the floater there. His timing on those shots, sublime.
For New York, they've gone 2 of 6 from the field here in the third. Payton attacking. It's hauled in by the Suns.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
Paul dishes to Booker. Now, here's Bridges. Tight defense on him. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
And basketball in the blood for Devin Booker. I mean, his father, Melvin, started at the University of Missouri and played pro ball. Started in high school. Devin trained with his father, trying to follow his path.
Free throw good, Booker. And we know the story, Booker moving from Michigan to Mississippi to live with his father and develop his skills.
And 4:30 a.m. alarms to train on the beach before the summer sun, getting to practice 2 hours early and staying late. Booker, not a freak athlete, so he had to work harder and drill the fundamentals.
He's off on the second.
Well, Devin Booker is among some of the youngest, most elite scorers that the league has ever seen. And the sky is the limit for this guy.
Now, here's Ayton. Defense is right there. Payne passes to Ayton. Some nice ball movement here by the Suns. And it's Sharch. That time on the assist by Ayton. Sharch has got his third basket of the night. And so Payton will bring it up for the New York Knicks. And the foul called on Cameron Payne. That's foul number 2 for him.
And now only 1 away from being in the penalty.
And the Suns making a change here. Kaminsky's checked in. Pass to Randle. Payton outside. Outside for Randle. Over Kaminsky. Back to Payton for 3. The shot off that time. The Suns go the other way with it. Booker the pass to Saric. Launches it. Payne can't hit. New York's gotten off to a very slow start from three-point range in the second half. They're 0 for 4. For Phoenix, they've gone an even 50% from the floor here in the third quarter. 4 of 8. Inside, Saric doesn't go for him. Randle with some nice D. New York shooting about 33%. Not happy with their play on that end. They get it back. Here's Robinson. Bucket is good. Robinson's got 7 points.
That's Robinson dominating on the inside to capture the board and go right back up.
Well, Phoenix shooting around 44% in this third quarter. Randle against Booker. Pass to Saric. And here is Johnson. 5 to shoot. Shoots over Toppin. And the Suns miss again.
Well, if you believe in the numbers, that mid-range shot is not a high-value shot, even with little or no defense on you.
And taken away by Johnson. Saric in the corner. Over Randle. The shot by Saric, no good.
Yeah, one player sometimes can drag down your offense, and he seems to be an anchor here in this quarter. Always fun to look at. Not tremendously efficient, but the floater, boy, those sure are pretty.
Here's Payne. And Booker kicks to Payne. To the middle. Here's Sharch. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. And let's look now at the group of young players that have been locked in from the charity stripe. Your leading rookie free throw shooters of the past month. Number 1, Obi Toppin.
He has been locked in at the line, taking complete advantage whenever he's got an opportunity to put points on the board.
That free throw, no good.
And scouts continue to scour the globe for talent that could produce in the NBA. Saric, another one of those. Lots of trips to Croatia to bring him over to provide this kind of impact.
Catching up on the changes for Phoenix. Crowder, he's checked in for Devin Booker, and Landry Shamet subbed in for Payne. The Knicks shooting 31% here in the third. Offensively, they are looking bleak. Rose goes in. Saric grabs the board. Saric has got 6 rebounds in the game. Shamet on the wing. Poked away. And Mitchell Robinson is going to pick up the foul. That is his first foul of the game. Langston Galloway's checked in for Dario Saric. Noel's checked in for the Knicks. Burks comes in for Toppin. On defense, the Knicks. Galloway, the pass to Johnson. Knocked away. It's out of bounds. Last touch by Burks. Already it's February. Let's see how the East is matching up. To take a look at the Knicks, this season has been a struggle for them. They're down at the bottom of the conference.
Well, I think for New York, they haven't gotten anywhere near where they wanted to be this season. Pretty clear there's a big talent gap between them and the true contenders.
Well, you hope that they realize that and they have some self-awareness, but can they win some games, carry some positive energy, maybe some momentum into the offseason with which to build on?
Here is Rose. Phoenix able to drain the 3. Now Burks. Looking at his point production, he averages almost 11 points a game. No good from 11 feet. Now, here's Shamet. Garrett covering. And the layup falls. Crowder's got 7.
The defense so concerned with Shamet and his shot-making ability, he makes the play that time.
The Knicks shooting just 33%, struggling to get good looks. Passes it to Noel. He kicks to Rose. Burks on the wing. There's the 3. The rebound by Johnson. And here's Phoenix. They're on a 15-6 run. Here's Crowder. The Knicks pull it in.
Well, his shooting has been a little bit below par. You think about what this lead would look like if he was on.
And this is what Rose brings to the table. When he gets out in the open court, he doesn't take his foot off that pedal.
Here's Galloway. Following the score by Derrick Rose. The pass to Crowder. In the corner, Shamet with it. Phoenix, no good that time either. New York shooting a pretty brutal 29% since the break.
And as he gets older, we've seen Derrick Rose coming out of his shell a bit more. Early in his career, he was wary of strangers and the media.
Shooting 2.
The free throw drops for Rose. And growing up, Derrick Rose protected by his family from the dangers of Chicago. Then, Greg, after starring at the University of Memphis, he was drafted by his hometown Bulls.
Anointed a savior from day one. And you talk about a life under the microscope. Sports writers picking him apart, rabid fans wanting a piece. In a lot of ways, it's probably better for him not playing in Chicago.
Here's Galloway. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. Pass to Shamet. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Kaminsky. That's in there. Johnson with the assist.
Now they're playing working to perfection there if that was their plan. And if it wasn't, maybe that should be their plan.
Kaminsky's gone 2 of 3 from the field. Pass to Barrett. Back to Rose. Good for another field goal. Number 5 in the night. 5 for 10 shooting.
And that's a good heads-up play there from RJ.
And it's Galloway with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Suns. It's stolen by Barrett. And a fast break now for New York. Barrett is running. Yep, it counts. Barrett's got 5.
Barrett's instincts on the move and on the fast break are something that this offense will benefit from.
Phoenix calls timeout.
And Bones, when you look at R.J. Barrett, what's the next step in his game?
So if the next stage offensively, GA, is that he's got better shot selection overall and a bit more consistency from the three-point line, then it's about setting a tone and taking on the defensive challenge every night. That's what a good leader can do, and this team is looking for one.
Catching up on the changes for Phoenix. Booker comes in for Landry Shamet, and Chris Paul subbed in for Langston Galloway. Mitchell Robinson's checked in for the Knicks.
And a chance to check out the numbers for Booker. 5th in scoring, 10th in three-point shooting, and tremendous confidence and consistency at the foul line. He ranks among the top 15 in free throw percentage.
And as you said, one of the NBA's most potent scorers, always up to the challenge. His top 5 ranking has him right there with the elite. First one falls for him. And both free throws good from Crowder. New York shooting around 36%. They're just not able to finish consistently. Burks against Johnson. To the paint. Here's Robinson. And it's Robinson with the jam.
And Mitchell Robinson's mobility on display there, setting a solid screen and then a direct cut to the basket.
Outside Crowder. Passes it to Kaminsky. Nice ball movement by Phoenix. Crowder finds Booker over to the left wing. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And here's Johnson outside. It's rebounded by Barrett. The Knicks shooting down near the 40% mark since halftime. They've been slow getting going. Here is Robinson, and the call will be against R.J. Barrett.
Go the other way.
That'll be his second foul of the game. Phoenix has gone 1 of 4 in three-point shots here in the third. Paul surveying the floor. Gibson against Crowder. And the layup's good off the glass. Crowder's got 11 points.
Now that play never gets old. The pick and roll will still be an offensive staple 100 years from now. Trust me.
Barrett the pass to Robinson. Rose against Paul. Now here's Rose. He's guarded closely, and he comes up with the deuce. Robinson's got 9 points here in the second half.
Well, he's a physical big down low, and I think he expects this kind of traffic around him as Mitchell Robinson comes through.
Paul passes to Booker. They get the rebound.
Well, a missed box out and an easy tip in, but it's because of the activity as the ball is going up, finding yourself in the right spot, just using some effort.
Now here's Rose. He's got 12. The good-looking shot from the wing. 14 points for Derrick Rose.
And they're passing the ball very crisply here.
They are enjoying the commanding lead.
And it really gives them the opportunity to give their starters a rest. Always critical when you get ready for that home stretch.
A nice shot by Booker.
Got to respect the level of concentration from Devin Booker on that shot. Even when he gets bodied up a little bit, the balance stays there.
The Knicks shooting has been a little ragged, just 38% from the field. Rose up on top, defended by Paul. And Robinson wide open, he shoots. And it's off from three-point range. Well, they're really making a point of keeping the ball moving around.
That's the key. The D can't focus on one player, and no matter what anybody tells you, that ball will always move quicker than the defender.
Paul with the ball, and so it's the Phoenix Suns ahead by 26 points as we get ready for the break. And they've created a bunch of turnovers with that terrific D. Back right after this. And while we can now, let's take a look at today's State Farm assist of the game.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Well, a great job with the eyes. And what separates great playmakers, as we know, is peripheral vision.
And with the fourth quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. It's Payne with the ball. He'll bring it up for Phoenix. They've got Frank Kaminsky. Ejuan Moore is out there with Payne. Then it's Bridges. And it's Craig in at the small forward position. That's who's out there for Phoenix. Here's Craig. Kicks it to Moore. Launches a three. The putback. Great positioning on the putback.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
And the foul called on Cameron Payne. That's his third foul of the game. A lot of big decisions have fallen on Adam Silver's shoulders, the commissioner of the NBA. And Greg, I think you and I agree by all accounts he has succeeded with flying colors. I mean, wouldn't you agree?
No doubt about it. I mean, I don't know that you could have had a better person for the times. Adam Silver is to be commended, but I think also appreciated, not just from the players and the owners, but I think our fans should also appreciate who he is as a person. I've often said that commissioners typically work for the owners. He's the one commissioner, no matter the sport, that I've always felt like was a partner of the players as well.
Bridges inside the three-point line. Another shot, and he sinks the layup.
Not a lot of resistance on the inside, and they're taking full advantage.
They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Here's Craig. It's tipped. It's going to be out of bounds. The Suns will retain possession. Ayton, he's checked in for Phoenix. And a switch here also for New York. Toppin, he's checked in for Barrett. We've gone about a minute and a half into the fourth quarter. Bridges shot. Good.
What a performance on the offensive end. He's making the defenders pay right now for all of the mistakes they're making.
New York's gotten off to an 0-for-2 start from downtown here in the fourth quarter. Rose passes to Bullock. Left side Rose. Solid play in the low block, and that one's good. Rose has got 10 points here in the second half. The Suns have gone 3 of 7 from the floor in the fourth. That's a 42% mark in the quarter. Last quarter of play, about 2 minutes in now. Payne kicks to Moore. Ayton in the high post. And Reggie Bullock gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul. Greg, you know, we're seeing players take control of their free agent destiny. Do players get a bad rap for that and switching teams?
Listen, I don't know if you get a bad rap, but you're going to catch the wrath of the fan base. You think of Paul George in Indy or Katie in OKC, and
fans, they're going to feel jilted. There's no doubt about it. They're going to feel scorned.
Yeah. To the wing right side. Here's Knox. Rebound by the Suns. Ayton's got 15 rebounds here tonight. Pushing it up. And it's slammed in by Bridges.
A lot of people feel like Moore has natural point guard ability, so I like to see him find the open man.
Just a little under 2.5 minutes have passed now here in the fourth. Here's Payton. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. Mikal Bridges picks one up.
No question, he got bumped on that shot.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
That's good from Payton.
Yeah, I like that they haven't lost their aggressiveness here in the second, despite being down.
He hits one and misses one, each at the line. Well, in the dunk contest, we saw Michael Jordan take on Dominique Wilkins. These days, not as many star players are participating in these skills competitions, like Greg, the slam dunk.
I think it's a great point you raised, Kevin, and I think in part because back in that era, you know, the reality is guys didn't make the kind of dollars they make today. And there was more risk, I guess, in the mindset of guys today, and they didn't want to take that challenge on. So I wish we would see more of our stars in the slam dunk contest, but
yes.
I don't think that's going to be the case, unfortunately, as much as we'd all like to see it.
The first free throw is good.
Any player like Mikal Bridges, who enjoys the amount of success that he did coming out of college, winning 2 national championships, it shines a different light on how he can impact the greater good in the winning environment that you create.
Both free throws good from Bridges. For those just joining us, fourth quarter here. We're just over 2.5 minutes into it. Here's Payton, and he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2.
Yeah, that's pretty aggressive by Elfrid Payton. To draw a foul inside the paint, the D looks flustered.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And the first one drops. A lot of talk about reseeding in the playoffs when you got down to the final 4 teams. If it ensures the 2 best teams make the finals, it would seem to me, Greg, to be worth it. What about you?
You know, it could be. I think about the worldwide attention on that championship round, but you got to get the Eastern Conference teams to sign off on that. And, you know, we've seen it happen in the past where the power shifts from one conference to the other, but ultimately nothing better than seeing the 2 best teams play for it all.
And stolen by Payton. And here we go. Fast break. Payton's got it.
You risk getting torched when somebody's open. Payton's skilled enough to find the open man.
It's Payne with the ball. He'll bring it up for Phoenix. So far in the fourth quarter, they've allowed just 6 points. Ayton. The Knicks pull it in. Noel's got rebound number 8 here tonight in the game. And the basket by Knox. Knox has got his first basket.
Wow, what a pass there. He made that a very easy basket with that setup.
For Phoenix, they've gotten just under 45% of their attempts to drop in the fourth. 4 of 9. Now here's Payne. He feeds it to Bridges. Good again. He's on tonight. 9 for 13 shooting.
Yeah, so far the defense has not learned much from the lessons Mikal is teaching them.
New York's gotten off to an 0 for 2 start from downtown here in the fourth quarter. Now here's Payton. The pass to Bullock for the three. That's good. And it's Payton with the assist. Payton's got 3 assists tonight.
That's pretty much not how they want to defend the three-point line. Somebody's got to shadow him out there.
This one for 3. Second chance shot. And no problem from Noel as he finishes at the rim.
He has still not missed a shot. Where would they be today without him?
Payne looking around. Here's Craig. Off target with his 3. New York with the ball. They've gone on a 10-2 run, not allowing much. Payton with the ball. Now guarded by Payne. And there's the call on DeAndre Ayton. That'll be his second foul of the game. And last season we saw the NBA All-Star Game introducing a target scorer, Greg, to end the game and instead of running out the clock. Did you like that, and would you widen its use?
No question it's being looked at maybe for overtimes or tournament games. You know, Adam not shy about exploring new ideas. And I got to be honest, going into the All-Star game, I wasn't a fan of the proposed changes.
Me too.
But once you saw it all play out, I have to say I was entertained. And I applaud the commissioner and the players in the league for buying in. And I think the fan experience was made all the more better.
Good point. New York's gone into a funk from downtown in the fourth. Only one of their 5 three-pointers has found the bottom of the bucket. Now here's Noel. Comes up empty down low. To the middle. And he lays it straight in. Bridges has got 14 points here in the second half.
Well, he doesn't look satisfied with the lead right now. He wants more, and he looks like he's going to get it.
The Knicks have gone 5 of 11 from the field in the fourth quarter.
And that's his 4th, and no doubt he would have liked to have not gotten it this soon.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
That's good from Payton.
Well, we've seen indications of Payton and his all-around game, but we just would want to see the evolution of the shot come along, just more consistent from the outside. That's the next step.
And Phoenix making a change here. Galloway is checked in. And both free throws good for Payton. Greg, we are in an era of positionless basketball, and we know the All-Star game now has a 2 backcourt, 3 front court position as opposed to 2 guards, 2 forwards, and a center when you're voting. Should they get rid of those designations entirely?
I tell you what, I think you could make a strong case for that. But you go back to last season, many felt Jimmy Butler got robbed of a starting spot.
Yes.
I think, listen, this is the fans' vote. Why not the 5 top vote getters? I don't care if they're 4 guards. If the 5 players that the fans want to see the most play a certain position, then so be it. You know, they're not going to play all 48 minutes. You're still going to have your 7 other spots to kind of balance out the roster. I say just let the fans tell you the 5 they want to see, and let's go play.
And it's Bullock missing.
That's a shocker there. Did not expect him to miss from that range. He's got to be shooting close to 60% from there.
Two shots. Relax on the first.
And he makes the first. Both free throws good from Bridges.
Yeah, sometimes in a game you settle a little bit before settling in, and right now I think he's a big factor in how they're getting to the line.
And he lobs it up and slam dunk by Noel.
Oh, such a beautiful pass to set that one up.
Yeah, the pass might have been pretty, but the finish was angry. There's Galloway. Pass to Shamet. Ayton with it. To the inside. And that one's good. Shamet's got 4 points this quarter.
That's a good find from Ayton, understanding the defensive scheme, and he just waited for his teammate to be open.
And so Payton will bring it up for the Knicks. Pass to Bullock. We know, Greg, the NBA is full of superstars, yet you can foul out of the game after 6 personal fouls, and some have suggested instead just tacking on an extra free throw when a player commits their 6th+ foul, and then they can stay in the game.
You know, I think something along those lines could make sense. No doubt it's tough to see the marquee player riding the bench because it's not just the 6th foul, right? In some coaches, you pick up 2 in the first quarter, you're done for the quarter. You pick up a 3rd in the second, you're done for the half.
Yes.
So I would like to see something, but I think it's got to also be fair. Maybe you get free throws and another possession. Maybe something along those lines might be in the best interest of the game.
I like that. Now here's Payton. Inside, Noel. Craig pulls it in.
And you can see the defenders afraid to kind of get in his way a lot of times when he's on his way to the basket. But on that one, they were there.
Here's Craig. And the Suns making a change here. Kaminsky's checked in. For New York, they've gone 8 of 16 from the field in the 4th, exactly 50%. Payton outside, down low, and Noel throws it down.
Cutting and carving the defense apart right now. Give Payton a passing lane, and he's going to find someone.
Phoenix has gone ice cold from three-point land, 0 of 4 since the start of the final quarter. Now, here's Shamet. He's guarded by Bullock. Shamet, the pass to Craig. It's rebounded by New York.
Well, there's more he could have done in this game for sure, but it hasn't kept them from pulling ahead.
And we've seen more attention given to how fans, Greg, interact with players during the games, whether it's verbal or even physical. Is that something the league's got to keep an eye on?
Absolutely. It's all about making sure that everyone is protected and respected. You know, this is entertainment, right? This is not do or die from a life standpoint, and we don't want to have things escalate.
Yeah, there's got to be some kind of barrier there. I agree. That's good from Noel.
And remember, an early part of the process in Philadelphia, it's taken Noel a little time to define his role in the league.
The length and athleticism is just something that you can't teach, and that keeps people intrigued about Nerlens Noel. His skill set continues to be a work in progress, but there's been some signs of a turn for Noel now. And Nerlens Noel, since coming into the league, seemingly has fought an uphill battle to try to find a role on a team where he can consistently make key contributions. Let's hope it's now.
Timeout called, the Suns.
And they're picking up a lot of fouls already in the penalty. Not a good sign. They need to focus on moving their feet and maintaining a good defensive position.
And now we present our New Balance player of the game, Mikal Bridges.
And Kevin, it's a no-brainer. He's controlled every aspect of this game, and it's just so fun to see a player perform at a level that's just higher than anyone else out on the floor.
And it's the Suns with the ball. And here's Booker. Paul, right side. Back to Booker. To the paint. And Ayton the bucket on the assist by Booker. Booker's got his 5th assist in this one. New York's gone into a funk from downtown in the 4th. Only one of their 5 three-pointers has found the bottom of the bucket. No one near Randall as he lets it go. Toppin
And all of a sudden, things finally coming together for them. The deficit's still large, but now not insurmountable.
Well, the run simply has given them a chance. Great work on both ends. They've got to now ratchet up a notch.
That one a tad offline to the right, but drops in for him.
Well, just such great form. Chris Paul so very efficient from that spot on the floor.
New York shooting 53% from the field in the fourth quarter. Can't ask for more than that from your offense. Pass to Robinson. Here's Ntilikina. Baseline J on the way. Good, and the assist goes to Robinson.
Hurting you now from there as Ntilikina's finding his range on those shots.
Paul kicks to Booker. Back to Paul. And the pass to Booker. Out left to the wing. For three, Bridges. A three-pointer is right on target. Bridges has got 28.
Bridges has a lot of jobs for his team, but if he consistently knocks down three, you can add it to the list.
Here's Ntilikina. Good D by Booker. Sun shooting has been great, up over 50%. In fact, 52%. Bridges passes to Paul. Misses the three. New York shooting around 41% on the night.
And so it's going to end up in the record books as a blowout, a dominating performance for the Suns.
And this was one that never really was in doubt, I thought, an all-around dominant performance. And you kind of thought that maybe even going into the game.
Yeah, there was a sense of that, and man, they just pretty much blew them right out of the water. A clinic was put on display here today.
So looking at the season total, this will be their 17th win.
And so they win their first game against this squad. It's a two-game season series, and they'll be going for the sweep the next time they face off.
And we watched one guy all night long, guys, and looking at the stats just confirms what a dominant game he had. What a night tonight it was for Mikal Bridges.
Well, those points he had tonight, all critical, all from energy and activity. He just never seemed to stop.
6-second difference between the shot and game clock. Paul passes to Bridges. Here's Crowder. Shot clock at 6. And Booker kicks to Paul. It's rebounded by New York. Now Payton. So it's the Suns winning easily here. And the outcome of this one was never in doubt.
And boy, they really put in a supreme effort. It just felt like once they had that lead and it was comfortable, they were not going to relinquish it.
It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thank you, Kevin. Chris, big win tonight. What do you think was the biggest factor?
I mean, I don't know. You know, it was just our defense. You know, obviously our offense fed off of it. Guys made open shots, but I think we really locked down defensively, and that's what we're trying to make sure is that we're a defensive team every night.
Well, you were a defensive team tonight, Chris. Thanks for your time. Kevin?
All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Brett Barry, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. See you later.